The crowd was so amazing. I saw a lot of people coming out for me, and it was, I think, 10:30 thereabouts. You know, people still had to like wait. So the love has just been so amazing, and it just made me realize that I was able to, you know, do my thing while I was in the house.
Fantastic.
I'm so grateful.
I mean, it's not great fit, so finalist. Are you joking?
Are you joking? Oh, easy.
So I wonder, how painful is it to be the first runner? Because it's a different thing if you went out like maybe like fifth, you would have just said, okay, I was not even close.
Yeah.
But then first runner up, you were literally like right there. How did that feel?
For me, I just told myself to stay positive and very optimistic. So like, whether or not I took the money that day, man, it's fine.
But you made a lot of money.
Yep.
You made a lot of money. I know that, but you made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you even feel about that? Like, hey, I mean,
Mr. Arena Games. You know, Mr. Arena Games. I took Arena Games very personally.
I'd say you broke my record, but it's a different show, so it's okay.
Yeah, actually. But every time we go for Friday Arena Games, I'm like, man, that money.
I like it.
Yeah.
As an Igbo guy.
Yeah, you need to get the bag.
I mean, before you went for the show, you've been doing all the stuff, being into movies, acting. I know you were on MTV Sugar.
Yeah.
You did a lot of stuff. Was that your first time auditioning for the show? And how did you feel making it into the show?
No. The first time I auditioned for Big Brother was in 2020 for the lockdown season, but I didn't get into that. I didn't get into Big Brother that year, and I wasn't even ready. I think I wasn't ready emotionally and mentally for the show, but I just had to do it because at the time there was a lot going on for me. You know, lockdown came. That was the time I wanted to chase basketball. Everything was just a very somehow, yeah. But yeah, I tried again last year because the audition started last year, and I got into the house. I just felt like, man, maybe this is the time.
How did you feel walking in?
So before walking into the house, I was like, when I get to the stage, that's when I realized that I've actually got into this house.
But that was epic. That dance, I loved it.
Oh really?
No, it was off the shizzle, baby. Because all one man. In fact, where did you get those footwear?
So I just told one of my friends, like, I wanted something that is just different. I was like, oh, let me just send you pictures of things that we can actually shop for. And I saw that one, I was like, that's weird. It's to give people talk about it, like, what's wrong with this boy? So I was like, yeah, I want that one. So we got that one, and I just wore it with my dad's. That was my dad's suit.
Wow.
Yeah, I just wore it with my, you know, and I went.
And your dad is late.
My dad is late.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
how was like that was a memorable one.
So for me, I was just like, man, just carry my dad's mindset, my dad's positivity, my dad's energy, and get into the house. So that was the spirit for me. I went into the house.
I really like the fact that Honeypot mentioned you dancing, because you also king of the parties as well. So my thing is, at some point in time, I told myself you were South African. I don't know why. But then, like, I'll forget, because I'm like, you're giving us the vibe that I felt like the South Africans were now giving us. Was that also a thing for you to make sure that this party, you people are going to see me here, or do you just vibe like that on your
Man, before the house, Kanaga has actually been that dancer. Like, I dance to anything. I would dance to it. So, yeah, it's just me, man.
I love it. Okay, so somebody said that you and Tati use the most condom.
Wow.
It's the house.
In the house. How so? Was it food? Like, now only you.
Only me that come.
Food and ate the food.
Hey, somebody said. Somebody. So like, I feel like for that somebody to say that, you're taking you have like the register for the number of condoms in the house, right?
Like you can't count it.
So you're using it. That's why you know the amount.
So it takes a thief to know.
It takes a thief to know a thief. But I have no idea about that on my personal end. But it's fine for somebody to say, It's fine.
I love
A lot of
it.
people don't know the psychological effect of being in that space.
No, people do not.
Like,
Trust
you have
me.
to wake up
Every day to same
try
routine.
To get your mind.
Yeah.
What was it for you? What was your thoughts? How were you able to get through that process of repeatedly almost doing everything the same day? And yeah, that alarm.
Yo. So like, I don't know how you guys listen to the alarm on the outside, but if you're in that house, hey, that alarm is alarming.
Like fire drill.
You literally jump up and be like, oh my God, yeah. And then you start the day. So every day when I wake up, I constantly remind myself that Kanaga Junior, you came here for a purpose, right? And even when you're bored, try to create something that keeps you going. You know, randomly, I just looked at my makeup stuff and I'm like I'll carry this thing enter the house. So I just took it, and it's been long since I actually did like makeup SFX effects. Like it's been really long, so I just took it because I knew there will be times where like I'll feel bored and probably want to sleep, but I didn't want to give room to that kind of content. So I just called someone like, bro, are you going to sleep? It's like, nah, I'm still up. I better bring your face, make I.
Oh wow.
You know, yes, I used all of those things. I danced a lot because the period where I felt like I was going to go to bed, I was just like, nah, I'm not even coming. I didn't come here to sleep.
So it was activities
It was
for you
activities
everywhere.
for me everywhere. Yeah.
Fantastic. And then you had a fashion show.
Yes.
And that stood out. And I was just wondering whether you had, something going on before you went into the house. Have you had like a fashion show before, or you've been like, what is it exactly?
I've never actually had a fashion show before. I've never been to a fashion show before. I've actually not modeled before, like properly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's giving waste of height. Where are all the
He's
scouts?
giving that because a lot of friends, say that I've tried. Trust me, I have.
Oh wow.
If you know, you know.
So are you going to milk it?
I'm definitely going to milk it. You'd definitely see me on the runway. Kanaga Junior would definitely have a fashion show sometime in the future. I know for a fact. So I just looked at my bag and I was like, I have so many stuff that I made because I actually make stuff too. I was like, find people in this house. So I would model these things really great for me. And I spoke to Yvonne about the idea, and someone was like, it's go mad, high fashion. I spoke to Yemi. Yemi was like, let's do this thing. So Yemi went on the Sunday. And I felt so bad because wanted to do it the following week. But Yvonne was like, man, let's just do it. And I'm sure when Yemi sees like the outcome, he's going to be so happy. So I did it on Saturday and spoke to Tabang, spoke to Nana. Everyone was just like, they want to rock TKJ, the Kanaga Junior brand. They want to rock it. So like, that's how I came up with the show, and I just set everywhere.
Have you seen Yemi since you got out?
Yeah, he came to my house.
Okay. Did you guys talk about it?
We talked about a lot. He was so proud of me, and I felt really happy about that.
That's nice.
So, Kanaga.
Yeah.
No, I did do I'm 92.
Yeah.
What was the situation with you and Marvin? Explain the whole thing.
I'm very sure everyone saw the fact that there was a save and replace, but right now I'm just at the space where like, man, what happened in the house happened in the house.
Okay.
I've moved on, I've moved past it, and right now I'm just focusing on my market to sell it. So that's
especially when Tati also nominated you for eviction, because I'm like, how can you be that close to someone? We've moved on. Are you sure? Like, how can a human being be like that?
Man, it is what it is at the end of the day, because I can't actually go back to change things, right?
Yeah.
So we just have to keep
But
going.
does it form anything, like moving on, you just know that, okay, once you show me who you are the first time, or was it just games for you?
It was games for me, because I told everyone in the house that if I come outside and I see nomination clips, but I won't be pissed. I'm going inside there to nominate you all. So like, fair enough, you've played your game, and that's calm.
Gotcha.
All right, I mean, we have a lot to talk about. After this quick break, come back. It's Kanaga. Still right here.
Let's go.
I'm just living life. And so many people in my business, so many joking eyes. Affairs are easy to.
You ever a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities, right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table. So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail, or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes,
so moving forward, guys, it's not Kanaga Junior. Call him is Kanaga. So the other question that I wanted to ask is, what's the craziest thing you've heard about yourself since you left the house? Like, you're just like, wait, what? When did? How? Like, and you were shocked.
They said I'm a motivational speaker.
Maybe you didn't motivate. Maybe you didn't motivate.
But you didn't
motivate. Yeah, but I didn't motivate. Yeah. If I don't motivate, how will they elevate?
Very cheesy motivational speaker, right? If I don't motivate, how will you elevate? Please.
Yeah.
Interesting things going on right there. I mean, I just want to know, we want to focus on what you're about right now that you have left the house. This is actually the reality. Go.
The real world just started.
The real world just started, man. Right now, so there is TKJ, the Kanaga Junior. It's a brand, fashion brand. Will be officially launching like properly. So in April, my birthday is coming on 24th of April. I'll be 24 on the 24th of April. So on the 24th of April. Yeah.
And I'm going to interrupt you. I'm so sorry because I mean I think I saw it somewhere where you said that you lost your brother and then you buried your brother on your birthday. I am so sorry about that. But then how does that affect every birthday, especially this one that you're going to be celebrating?
So I've never really celebrated birthday. Yeah. So it's just a thing where I wake up and I just get to remember and I'm like, thank God for another life, but I'll just be in the house. And maybe my sister will be like, come on, just wear your clothes, let's go and eat. And probably like in the evening, or maybe some people just want to take me out. And while I'm even there, like I'm not really there, but I just have to show you that I really appreciate the fact that you're taking me out. But I've not really I've never really celebrated since like 2014.
So will this be different for you?
No, this will definitely be different because if you had that amount of people come wait for you at the airport, it will definitely be different. So how are you going to cope with that?
Your brother too, looking down.
We'll be happy. So I think this year we should celebrate.
For me, right, so off what you said and off what she said as well, you being that old man in a young man's body, especially with all your motivation. There was one particular moment where you had the accident with your finger. You came back, and when you came back, you're like, bro, what was going through you? What was that moment?
So before going out, I just felt like I needed to get some things off my chest because we started to have a little South Africans group, Nigerians group. So, but then the idea and the narrative I actually know about the show is we're trying to preach new unity and peace, right? So I just wanted everyone to realize that you are here for a reason, and we should not even start to like divide ourselves, because if you check really close, you see that we have similarities amongst one another. So that was just it. And it felt like it was a motivational speaker, but it's fine. Because even before the house, I've actually tried to like touch people because of like personal experiences I've had. So that's it for me, man.
Which your brother talked about.
What about Tatsi? What's going on there?
We're good.
We're good, meaning?
That's
Anyway.
it. Anyway.
Exponentiate.
It's meaning what?
Say that.
All these people.
Yeah.
Leave them.
Kanaga. We want to say a very big thank you.
Thank you so
for
much.
coming on the
Thank
show.
you so much.
Thank you for
You
coming.
are
so much.
a breath of fresh air.
She said so.
Motivation.
She said, no, you see now, that motivated me. Thank you so much.
All right, and that's it with our guest, Kanaga Junior. We will be back with Social View. Stay here with us.
Let's
Has
go.
to say.
You're there for my soul, wherever you are.